A fixture for millions of American television viewers for decades is gone this morning in a sex scandal. Matt Lauer, the host of the Today Show, one of the most high-profile personalities on American network television, fired this morning by NBC for what the network calls inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. Tashana has the details on the latest big name to be felled by these allegations.
Well, that's right, Heather. I mean, Matt Lauer, of course, a fixture at NBC News. And, of course, the Today Show, which has a massive audience, at least 4 million viewers on a regular basis. Well, the audience woke up to a very different scene at the desk today. So we heard from Lauer's co-hosts who addressed the scandal at the beginning of their show. And here's what they had to say.
We just learned this moments ago, just this morning. As I'm sure you can imagine, we are devastated, and we are still processing all of this. You know, for the moment, all we can say is that we are heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for Matt. He is my dear, dear friend and my partner, and he is beloved by many, many people here. And I'm heartbroken for the brave colleague who came forward to tell her story, and any other women who have their own stories to tell. And we are grappling with a dilemma that so many people have faced these past few weeks. How do you reconcile your love for someone with the revelation that they have behaved badly?
His firing actually came after a detailed complaint was sent to NBC management about inappropriate sexual behavior. And that complaint came from a colleague of Matt Lauer's, and she had raised these concerns. Now, the company says that they went through a serious review of this incident, and it was clear that it was a violation of their company standards. And that decision to fire Matt Lauer came late last night. So here's more on the statement we heard from President of NBC News, Andrew Lack. He says, while it is the first complaint about his behavior in the over 20 years he's been at NBC News, we're also presented with reason to believe that this may not have been an isolated incident. So, of course, opening the door that this could have been a wider issue. And the company went on to say that their priority is, of course, to maintain a safe work environment for employees. And they say no matter who the offender, there are consequences for people who go against their core values. Now, what's interesting is, you know, we first saw a tweet about this firing from the New York Times, but a number of other, organizations have come out, Variety, as well as Huffington Post, who say that they have been working on this story. A number of journalists saying that there have been women that have come forward that have shared stories with them. And so, of course, we're continuing to follow this, and we'll bring you the latest updates as we can.
All right. Thank you very much, Tashana. Now, Donald Trump is using the scandal over Matt Lauer to take a shot at NBC News on Twitter. He gets, as you see, what he has posted this morning, fake news in there. And in what has become his typical tweet style, he takes a cryptic cliffhanger shot at the chairman of NBC News and MSNBC, as Tashana was mentioning, Andrew Lack. Now, critics point out Trump is showing no inclination to stay away from these kind of stories. Think about Al Franken of note recently, too, even though at least 10 women accuse him of sexual harassment and assault. The White House brushes off that critique, arguing Americans spoke on that when they elected him president.